Johnny Dollar.
Lucian Peterson here.
Luke, how are you?
Just fine, Johnny. How are you?
Still out there in dear old Seattle, Wash?
Yep.
And still holding down a job with the Western Maritime and Life?
Sure am. Or let's say I'm trying to, but at the rate we've been paying off on claims lately on some of my own clients, well, the Home Office doesn't like me too well.
Something phony about some of those claims, maybe?
No, but they've all been big ones. $500,000 here, $250,000 there, $600,000 just last week.
No wonder the company doesn't like it.
So right now, I don't want to have to pay off on Mrs. Myra Brittingham. That is, if I can help it.
Well, I don't know Myra Brittingham or anything about her, but if you've insured her and she is now dead...
That's just the point, Johnny. She isn't. Not yet.
Oh? But maybe somebody would like to see her that way?
Well, I don't know, but I think so. Or maybe this hunch of mine is all wrong, Johnny. And I'll be the first to admit it, that this feeling, this worry of mine is nothing more than a hunch. If I were to tell the police about it, they'd probably laugh in my face.
Well, I don't know, Luke. I've had some pretty wild hunches work out for me more than once.
I know. That's why I've called you. And I hope you can fly out here and, well, see what you think. See if you think he's liable to try it.
He?
Yes.
Who?
Her husband, Mark.
Oh.
Yeah. Well?
Sure.
The CBS Radio Network brings you Mandel Kramer in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Western Maritime and Life Insurance Company, Seattle, Washington office. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Chuckanut matter. Expense account item 1, $6 for a cab out to Bradley Field. Item 2, $186.70 plane fare. It was after 11 p.m. by the time we set down at Seattle-Tacoma International, so item 3 is $5.25 for a cab into the Benjamin Franklin, where I proceeded to get me a good night's sleep. Then, after a hearty breakfast the next morning, I dropped in on Lucian Peterson.
Now, Johnny, you're staying at the Ben Franklin?
That's right.
And that's where I'll have them deliver a rental car for you. You can repack your bags, toss them in, be on your way.
Oh? To where, Luke?
The little town of Chuckanut.
Where is that?
Well, you know where Bellingham is.
Yeah, it's about 85 miles north of here.
And Chuckanut's 5, 6, 7 miles this side of Bellingham.
Oh. And that's where Mr. and Mrs. Brittingham live, hmm?
Well, just this side of it, off Chuckanut Drive, is Paleoop Lane. A narrow, badly paved road that'll take you up into the mountains. Be real careful of that road, Johnny. And if it's wet when you get there, be doubly, triply careful.
Why do you say that, Luke?
That dinky little road has more twists and kinks and switchbacks than you ever saw in your life. Miss one of the turns, and you'll end up either flying off into space or smashing into the face of a cliff.
Well, I remember that. But tell me, what's going on between the Brittinghams?
Well, to begin with, they're both heavily insured. As a matter of fact, $500,000 worth apiece.
Wow.
Yes, and they're insured in each other's favor.
I see.
Mark Brittingham is about 35, Johnny, and all his life he's been nothing but a playboy and a sportsman. Mm-hmm. Living first on the money his father gave him, and now on the insurance left him by his last wife.
Oh, then Myra's number 2. Hmm?
Myra's number 4. Oh. And, Johnny, I'm as sure as I am that I'm sitting here, that the only reason Mark married her is because she had one of those incurable diseases, only a few months to live type of thing.
I see.
Yes. Then modern medical science, not long ago, suddenly, unexpectedly, found a complete cure for it.
Mm-hmm. Tell me, Luke, did his former wife die of some incurable disease?
Well, that's what the police and company investigator and the court decided. Johnny, I've always suspected that he somehow helped the old biddy on her way.
Now you think he wants to do the same for Myra, so he can collect on her insurance, huh?
I do.
You have any concrete evidence, Luke?
Well, it's no secret that Mark and Myra haven't been getting along lately. Things have been pretty tense between them.
Why?
Well, Myra's 5 or 6 years older than he is. Still a very attractive woman, Johnny, believe me. But she's older than he is.
Mm-hmm.
Also, that woman has more expensive taste than anyone I've ever known. In other words, instead of dying off like he thought she would and leaving him a lot of money, all she does is spend it for him.
I see.
So instead of having plenty of dough for the racetracks and nightclubs and parties and so on, he's having to reef in his sales. And the only way he can ever get together a sizable hunk again is by having her dead.
Well, you think he'd go so far as to kill her?
If he can get away with it, yes. Because evidence to the contrary notwithstanding, Johnny, I still think that's what happened to the last one.
Well, if he should, he'd never collect the insurance.
If we could prove it.
Well, yes. Well, what am I supposed to do, Luke? Go up there and scare him out of it?
Why not?
That's a new one.
I know. As I told you on the phone, this is really all just a hunch on my part. But I think it has a pretty solid basis. Look, suppose you go up there. Just see him on the pretense you're interested in buying that property.
Oh, is it for sale?
Well, he wants to sell it to raise some of that green stuff he loves so much, and that he's rapidly running out of.
To spend a couple of hours talking about their house and property.
Now, listen, Johnny. And then just let it slip out who and what you really are.
What?
Sure. If that doesn't convince him he's under suspicion, make him change his mind about trying anything, I'll eat my hat. Will you do it?
Okay, Luke. As long as you're paying the bill.
Good.
But I still don't think that you have any real... Well, we'll see. The weather was clear, and the drive up to Chuckanut was a pleasant one. But that little side road, leading up to and around the edge of a mountain toward the Brittingham place, was anything but. A couple of times, on an outside turn on that tortuous, narrow asphalt, I could catch a glimpse of the house, far above and nestled in among the trees. But most of the time, I was too busy watching the road, until suddenly, as I rounded a particularly sharp, tight outside turn... Whoop!
Hey, watch it there!
Directly in front of me was a police car. In front of that, smashed head-on into the face of a cliff, was one of the new compacts, the whole front end of it bashed in.
Well, now, mister, who might you be?
How are you, Lieutenant?
Only it's Sergeant, Police Sergeant Bill Foreman.
Oh, Sergeant?
Well?
My name's Johnny Dollar.
What? The insurance investigator?
That's right.
Well, I'll say this. It sure beats me how you found out so quickly.
Found out about what?
That stiff in there in that car that smashed up.
Stiff? Who, Sergeant?
One of those crazy Brittinghams that have been tearing at each other's throats for so long now that one of them just plain had to go.
Which one, Sergeant?
Not much question about that, Dollar. Go take a look.
All right.
Yeah, Dollar, that's Mr. Mark Brittingham. What's left of him.
Mr. Brittingham?
Hey, you sound surprised.
Yeah, I am.
You know him?
No.
Oh, his wife, then?
No, Sergeant. I never met either of them. How did you find out about the accident?
I got a call from his wife, Myra. Said Mark's been away for a while. He wouldn't be back until sometime early in the week, so she was all alone.
Yeah?
Said she was sitting up there on the porch. You notice the porch that sticks out the side of their house up there, Dollar?
No, it's so far away, and I was so busy driving. Go on.
Well, when you walk back to your car, there on that outside curve, maybe you can see it. Anyhow, she caught glimpses of a car coming up the road. Whose it was, she didn't know. And, well, her being alone, she didn't want any prowlers around, so would I come take a look?
So?
Well, I told her I was busy. Maybe it was just a special delivery or something, but then she hollered, "Oh, my goodness, it sounds like there's been an explosion down there on the road." So I came on up here.
She didn't recognize the car?
This morning sun right in her face, and the car only showing itself now and then on those outside curves. Well, just take a look at that sun.
I see what you mean. So it wasn't the sun in Brittingham's eyes that caused this wreck?
No. The sun was directly at his back as he came around that last hairpin. But, Dollar, I always warned him about the way he'd come tearing up this twisty little stretch. That is, until he made me ride with him one day to prove his point.
What do you mean by that?
Well, he used to be a racing driver. Sure. He had me hanging on for dear life a couple of times.
I'll bet.
But I'll tell you this, Dollar. He could really handle that wheel. Anything made him crack up this way, wasn't himself. Must have been something gone wrong with his car.
Well, if that's so, it's going to be pretty hard to prove, Sergeant. Considering the way it's smashed up.
Don't be too sure about that. You ever hear Mr. Hartford Homer Ransom? The sudden death detective, they call him.
Hartford? Oh, yes.
Yes, sir. Greatest reconstructor of traffic accidents that ever lived.
So I understand.
Yeah. Well, he lives just the other side of town. You give him maybe an hour or so with this wreck, and he'll tell you just exactly how it happened and why. Just as though he'd been standing right here watching it.
Well, then maybe you
Talk about Sherlock Holmes. Oh, why, Mr. Ransom can look at a set of tire tracks or even a couple of pieces off an accident, and he'll reconstruct the whole thing. Just like that. I tell you, sir, it's uncanny.
Well, Sergeant, you better get him up here to look at this.
I'll do that.
Also, I think you better have your coroner look at Mr. Brittingham's body. And,
Yeah? Well, what is it, darling?
the way that he apparently threw his right arm up in front of his eyes just before the crash. You notice?
Yeah. Well, sure, in the hopes of patting himself when he hit the windshield.
A former racing driver? Instead of slumping down, relaxing?
Anybody would.
I wonder.
Well, now tell me this. Wouldn't you put up an arm? I mean, seeing that wall of rock coming straight at you?
I don't know.
Well, I do. I know I would.
Wouldn't you have had both hands tight on the wheel, going around that turn at the speed he must have been going?
Well, maybe so. But he put his arm up.
And that's what puzzles me. Because he must have done it while he was taking the curve. That outside curve.
Yeah, well, I don't know. But now we better get up there to the house and give Myra Brittingham the bad news.
I'll tell you what, Sergeant.
Yeah?
Let me go up there and tell her. Meantime, you get this man Ransom on the job and have a medico do an examination of the body. And I mean a thorough one.
Now. Wait a minute. You think maybe this wasn't just an accident, Dollar?
I didn't say that.
But that's what you meant, isn't it?
Let's wait and see. The Brittingham place, built there on the side of a mountain among the trees, was quite an establishment. New, modern, and very expensive. As for Mrs. Brittingham, Myra, well, Lucian had said she was about 40. She didn't look it. She was 5'3" or 4", brunette, with an almost olive complexion, very dark eyes, and the kind of natural beauty that you seldom see in a figure to go with it. I introduced myself and made no bones about my connection with the insurance company. Before I could tell her why I was there, she led me out onto the little porch where, looking out against the sun, I could see occasional spots on the road I'd just driven up. And then, calmly and with a self-control that I hadn't expected.
Was it Mark, Mr. Dollar?
I'm afraid so.
He's dead, isn't he?
Yes.
Well, I knew it would happen sometime. I warned him over and over about the way he drove so madly up and down that crooked little road, in spite of the fact he'd driven expensive racing cars when he was younger. I knew he'd kill himself sooner or later, and now he has.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Brittingham.
Are you? I'm not.
What did you say?
It rather settles things, doesn't it?
Does it?
We hadn't been getting along, Mark and I, for quite some time. And I know it was partly my fault.
Why do you say that?
Because of money, Mr. Dollar. You see, I married him for his money because I thought that for the rest of my life he'd be able to give me all the things I'd always wanted.
Yes?
Oh, it was all great fun with him while he still had it. The big parties night after night, the racetracks all over the country, theaters, nightclubs. I even put up with his silly hunting and fishing up here. But when the money began to run out and we had to sell the big home in Bellingham and the cars and get rid of the servants and settle down in this little place, I've hated this place, Mr. Dollar. And I hated him. And we fought like spoiled, hysterical children. But you see, when he knew the money was getting low, well, If he had any gumption, he'd have got himself a job of some kind. For once, he'd have had to work for a living. But instead, he only got moody. He drank a lot, acted very strangely. Began looking at me in a peculiar, frightening kind of a way.
Oh?
And then, because of something he said one night, I began to fear him, what he might do.
Go on, Mrs. Brittingham.
Oh, I know, Mr. Dollar. He was upset that night because we'd had another argument, a terrible argument. And he'd had too much to drink. But he started laughing to himself, quietly chuckling to himself. And then he tried to say it lightly, as though he might be joking, but he said...
Yes?
He said, wouldn't it be nice for him if I should die, like his wife before me had? Then he could get a little fun out of life again, on my insurance money. It frightened me, Mr. Dollar, terribly.
I can't say I blame you.
And then these long trips and leaving me alone like this.
Trips to where, do you know?
No. Oh, I've wondered if he hasn't been out looking for someone to take my place. Or just planning some way to,
Well, it's all over now.
Well, I'd lie to you if I said I was sorry.
You know, of course, that you stand to collect some $500,000 of insurance.
Yes, I know. And I'll use it to get as far away from here as I can. Can you blame me?
I want to talk further with you, Mrs. Brittingham.
Of course.
First, though, I'd better check out the police report on this accident, purely as a formality.
Of course.
So, if you don't mind.
I'll be here, Mr. Dollar.
Why paint herself so black to me? To impress me with her honesty? So I'd dismiss any thought that she might have somehow had something to do with the accident? And another thing, a little thing. Her sudden alarm when she'd seen that car coming up the road, even if she couldn't recognize it against the morning sun. Was that enough to call the police? Something wrong here. Something very wrong.
In the United States today, there are more than 6 million children under the age of 18 who live in homes where there is no father. Among them are hundreds of thousands of boys who need the guidance and interest that large-hearted men can give them. They can be set on the path toward fine citizenship through the Big Brother movement. Now, at the beginning of Big Brother Week, find out what you can do to help expand this valuable program in your community. Contact your local Big Brother organization or write Big Brothers of America, Philadelphia 3, Pennsylvania.
It was early the next morning at police headquarters that I met with Sergeant Foreman, Dr. Hugo Bascom, the coroner, and with Mr. Hartford Homer Ransom, who knows more about the basic laws of inertia, matter, and motion than anyone I've ever seen. He can read a set of tire marks like an expert tracker reads a trail, and more important, he's an expert on human reaction times.
But the one thing I don't understand, Mr. Dollar, is his right arm up over his eyes that way.
Hey, that's funny. That's what Dollar said, too, Mr. Ransom. Seemed to me, though, he was trying to protect himself against the windshield frame.
Have time to take one hand off the wheel after pulling around that turn at that speed? No, Sergeant.
So he must have raised his arm to that position.
While he was on the outside of that curve, which simply doesn't make sense. Not at the speed he was traveling.
And like I said, he wasn't shading against the sun because the sun was at his back.
Do you suppose a good-sized bird or some kind of animal had dashed across in front of him and might he have done that involuntarily?
A man with racing experience on a turn like that? No, Mr. Dollar. It would have to have been something like...
Like what, Mr. Ransom?
I don't know. I don't know. And there was certainly nothing wrong with his car.
You're sure of that?
I'd stake my reputation on it.
Well, there was certainly nothing wrong with him, Mr. Dollar.
You did a complete autopsy, Dr. Bascom?
I did as thorough an autopsy in Mark Brittingham's body as I've ever done. There was absolutely no physical reason for that accident.
Mm-hmm. You checked for alcohol in his bloodstream?
I checked everything. And what's more, incidentally, I know that Mark's general condition was perfect. I myself gave him a complete physical less than 2 weeks ago. So if you're thinking about a temporary blackout or something like that, well, there's no reason for it.
Well, I wasn't, Doctor, but can you be absolutely certain that that isn't a possibility?
In my job, Dollar, and I mean as coroner, I would have to find actual evidence of such a thing before I could put it on record. No, there's only one conclusion that we can reach here.
Suicide, Dr. Bascom?
Suicide, Mr. Ransom.
Well, I'm sorry, but I can't agree with you.
No, you can't, eh? Why not?
Well, for one thing, the tire tracks. Had he crashed into that rock wall deliberately, the tracks would have gone straight to it. As it was, they were quite erratic for the last 81 feet.
I'm putting it down as suicide.
Also, that position of his arm, as though he'd brought it up to shield his vision against the sun.
And the sun being at his back. That doesn't make sense, and you know it. I say it was suicide, and that's the way that I...
Wait a minute. Maybe it was the sun.
That's impossible, Dollar. Of course it is. Ridiculous.
Is it?
Ridiculous.
Dr. Bascom, before you file your report, I'd like time to play a little hunch.
A hunch?
Yes, maybe it's a pretty wild one, but there's one thing that could possibly have made him take his hand off the wheel on that curve and made him raise up his arm that way.
Are you still harping on that, young man?
I'm still harping on that because if this hunch of mine is right, Mark Brittingham was murdered.
Murdered?
Sergeant.
Yes, sir?
I want you to drive up to the house and bring Myra Brittingham down here.
But why?
Any excuse you can think of to look over these gentlemen's reports or something, but make it good because she's smart. Then when I call you on the phone...
Where'll you be?
When I call you, drive her on back to the house. And listen, when you get to that curve, take it slowly. Just crawl around it and with one foot on the brake.
Well, now, look...
Unless you want to end up the way Mark Brittingham did. When the sergeant got her away from there, I went over that house top to bottom. Sure, there were mirrors on the bedroom walls, big, clumsy ones, a couple of hand mirrors, too, on her dressing table. But the kind I was looking for would be in among her husband's fishing and hunting equipment. I found the survival kit, all right, and in it were the usual, the water-purifying pills, some iodine, salves, bandages, a couple of cans of sea ration. But the little mirror was missing. I mean the kind that's used for signaling. A small, clear, oblong mirror with a hole in the center. By facing the sun and peering through that hole, you can aim it. You can focus the full rays of the sun on anything up to a mile away. And then I found it, tucked between the pages of a book on a table out on the porch, where she practiced with it and then used it as a murder weapon. I called Sergeant Foreman and told him to drive on up the hill, but slowly. And then as he poked his car around that crucial curve, as I aimed the mirror to reflect the blinding rays of the sun full into his windshield, well, fortunately, he was able to stop before losing control. He waited there until I drove down to meet them. Then...
No, she hasn't said a word, Dollar, since I jammed on the brakes and raised up my arm to cut off that glare you shot down here.
I see. Well, Myra?
How did you know? How did you know that's the way I killed him?
I didn't. It was purely a hunch, I guess, but it looks like it paid off, doesn't it? $500,000? That's a nice round figure. A lot of money. But don't they ever learn that even millions aren't enough to murder for? Expense account total? Oh, call it a nice round figure, like, say, $391.18. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, I'll be back with another exciting adventure that'll really surprise you. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is written by Jack Johnstone, produced and directed by Bruno Zerato, Jr., music supervision by Ethel Huber. Johnny Dollar is played by Mandel Kramer. Also featured in our cast were Joan Ellison as Myra Brittingham, Robert Dryden as Sergeant Bill Foreman, Richard Kendrick as Luke Peterson, Bernard Lenrow as Hartford Homer Ransom, and Ivor Francis as Dr. Hugo Bascom. Be sure to join us next week, same time, same station, for another exciting story of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Art Hanna speaking. Get the news firsthand and in full from expanded CBS News on the CBS Radio Network.
Hello there. This is Kelly Maddox, Executive Secretary of the Citizens Traffic Commission. And here is our safe driving tip for today. You know, there's a lot of confusion on the part of motorists and pedestrians as to what a flashing red light means. A flashing red light, when used as a traffic signal, means that the motorist must come to a complete stop before entering an intersection, and after stopping, proceed only when it is determined that the coast is clear. This same rule applies to pedestrians. The Citizens Traffic Commission would like to impress on all motorists that they must stop their car when the traffic signal shows a flashing red light. A flashing yellow light means that you are to slow your car to a safe and reasonable speed and proceed with caution. All traffic signal lights have a meaning, and the motorist must remember that traffic signals are placed at intersections to control conflicting movements of traffic.
From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
Jim Carter, Johnny.
Hi.
How'd you make out with Hillary Franks? The agent who sold the policy?
He's worried, he's scared, and he's already doing everything wrong. I left him about an hour ago to think things over.
Mrs. Kennedy's fighting back.
What do you mean?
Her lawyer served notice on us an hour ago to pay up on the policy or else.
Just a bluff.
Yeah, but this wasn't. She got a court order and made the coroner release her brother's body. She took it right to the crematorium. Exhibit A is a pile of ashes by now.
Uh-oh.
Her next step is to contact the State Insurance Commission and have them order us to pay off or show cause. We'll have to act fast.
Maybe I better go back to see Mr. Hillary Franks.
Tonight and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar. Location, Tucson, Arizona. To the Universal Adjustment Bureau, Home Office, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Lansing fraud. $50,000. And by now I was sure it was fraud. Expense account, item number 8, $5. Stenographic services. I dictated a hastily composed letter to the State Insurance Commission advising them that Worldwide was withholding payment on the claim of Mrs. Arlene Kennedy, pending a complete investigation of the circumstances of her brother's death. I enclosed copies of the original physical examination and the coroner's autopsy findings, pointing out that in our opinion it was impossible for James Lansing to have successfully passed an insurance examination in the first place. I enclosed copies of statements from the examining physician, Dr. Mayhood, and the members of his office staff, all of whom were unable to identify the body of James Lansing. Expense account item 9, 52 cents postage. I sent the letter to the state capitol special delivery in the hope it would arrive there before Mrs. Kennedy's lawyers took the anticipated action. After that, I drove back over to the office of Hillary Franks. He was the same as I left him an hour before. A little shaken, but still unable to realize quite what was happening.
Yes, Mr. Dollar?
Mr. Franks, I wonder if you've got anything to say to me.
Nothing, Mr. Dollar.
I was hoping you might want to make a statement.
Oh? About what?
Mrs. Kennedy's attempting to defraud your insurance company?
I don't know what you're talking about, Mr. Dollar. I sold her brother an insurance policy. I don't even know Mrs. Kennedy.
There are a lot of things about this you say you don't know. Do you want me to lay it on the line?
If you like.
All right. Someone else had to take that physical examination for James Lansing 2 years ago. I think you arranged for someone to do it, or you helped Mrs. Kennedy arrange it. I think James Lansing was insured on that basis. I think he was insured with a clean intent to defraud. Lansing's health wouldn't permit that kind of insurance. Right now, our Los Angeles men are looking into Lansing's activities there. Somewhere along the line, they're going to turn up a medical history that'll show Lansing was already dying when he came to Arizona 2 years ago. Now, do you have anything to say, Mr. Franks?
No.
I think you're being very foolish. If it isn't clear how serious this can be with you, it's noted that you arranged for Lansing's physical examination.
There's nothing incriminating in that.
How well do you know Dr. Mayhood?
Oh, lightly. The physician is supposed to be an impartial third party. When a client has to be examined by a physician for insurance purposes, I send him to Dr. Mayhood. That's all. Dr. Mayhood sends me a Christmas card every year. I sent James Lansing to him.
Just like any other.
Just like any other.
Oh, you worry me, Mr. Franks. You don't object to my questions or get ruffled when you're caught lying. I've given you time to think and time to make a statement regarding your part in this matter.
I resent all this, Mr. Dollar. I've been an insurance broker for a good long time, and no one has ever questioned my integrity.
And I think that's what you've been banking on, Mr. Franks, your reputation. Well, I've been questioning it ever since I got here, and I still question it. You couldn't have known James Lansing without being aware of his drinking habits. I'm sorry for you, Franks, but there had to be collusion here with the beneficiary, Mrs. Kennedy. And you're the logical party.
Dollar.
You arranged for someone else to take that examination for Lansing, somebody who could pass it. Now, I've given you a chance to talk to me, but you refuse. Now we'll see how you like talking to the police about it.
What?
I'm going to swear out a warrant for your arrest.
Dollar,
I'm going to charge you with attempted fraud and collusion. And I'm going to swear out a warrant for Mrs. Kennedy, too. You're going to jail. Oh! Oh! In the 3 minutes it took me to recover from the blow from the paperweight and get my breath inside of me and my feet under me, Hillary Franks was well out of the way and out of sight. About that time, Jim Carter walked in.
Hey, what happened to you?
Hillary Franks. He got scared, swung a paperweight at me, and beat it.
Well, if he's playing rough, I don't want to take any chances.
No, put that phone down. He hasn't admitted anything yet.
Smacking him on the side of the head is admittance enough for me.
No, I want a statement. I think I can get one.
You have to find him first, and he's running.
He won't run far, Jim.
What makes you so sure?
Hillary Franks doesn't know how to run. It was exactly 3 o'clock in the afternoon then. At 3:25, I was back out in Catalina Vista knocking on a familiar door. And the same familiar things began to happen all over again.
What do you want?
I'm here to tell you about the trouble you're in, Mrs. Kennedy. Hillary Franks gave it all away.
Gave what away? Who's Hillary Franks? What are you talking about?
About that insurance policy that was written up and issued in your brother's name. You're the one who stood to gain most by your brother's death after having someone else take an insurance examination for him. But you had to have help to pull it off. Hillary Franks helped you. For what reason or how you got him to do it, I don't know. But I do know a man with a 17-year record as insurance broker is ruined.
You're crazy. I don't know anybody named Hillary Franks. Now get out of here.
Oh, stop it, will you? I told him how he stood in this matter a half hour ago, and he socked me with a paperweight and beat it.
I've had about enough
But
of
he
you,
isn't going to
Mrs.
run far. Principally because he doesn't know how to run, Mrs. Kennedy. He'll cool off, and he'll begin thinking about all this business in a new light. A few minutes ago, it dawned on him what he'd done. He'd kicked his whole lifetime right out the window. He'd been found out. He's lost all around. And he's going to be mad about that. And you're the one he's going to be mad at because you got him into it.
I told you, I don't know anybody named Hillary Franks. That's the last time I'll say it.
He'll probably want to kill you, Mrs. Kennedy.
What?
I said he'll think about all this, and he'll probably want to kill you. Do we talk now?
I don't see why. I've done nothing wrong.
Who did you get to take that physical for your brother?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got your brother drunk enough to sign the insurance papers, didn't you?
I had nothing to do with my brother taking out life insurance and naming me his beneficiary. That was his business. Now that he's dead, it's my position to receive the payment. That's all.
Okay, Mrs. Kennedy. We'll get it all from Hillary Franks.
Yes, why don't you do that?
In the meantime, I hope you sleep well, knowing what you've done.
You'll never be able to prove any of these things you're saying. Never.
And for 24 hours, it looked as if Mrs. Kennedy might have been right. There was no way to involve her unless we had a statement from Hillary Franks. And he was still missing. I set up a watch on Mrs. Kennedy's house, and Jim Carter kept an eye on Hillary Franks' place. About 10 o'clock that night, Jim Carter drove up.
Hiya.
Hi.
Any action?
No. Mrs. Kennedy's been in all the night. No one showed up.
Mm-hmm.
How about Frank's place?
No. No one there when I left an hour ago.
You'd think he'd come back for a suitcase or some money or something.
Yeah. Hey, Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
I called in the police.
Oh.
In the name of Worldwide, I filed charges of attempted fraud and collusion against him. They issued a warrant a half an hour ago. He's on an APB and all the local bulletins.
Well, I suppose you had to do it, Jim.
Yeah. We'll let the police handle this part from now on, huh?
How about Mrs. Kennedy?
We'll keep an eye on her, too.
Did you file any charges against her?
Not yet. We need a statement from Franks.
Jim.
Yeah?
What would you do if you were Hillary Franks?
Try to grab an airplane. Maybe go down to Nogales, cross the border. Look up a friend, borrow some money. Then get out and keep traveling. What?
He won't do anything like that.
Won't he?
He'll find himself a place to sit down and think. In the end, the cops won't find him. He'll find us.
Want to bet?
By the next morning, the police had still been unable to locate Hillary Franks. I left Jim Carter in the room on a long-distance call to the Insurance Commission advising them of the events up to date. Drove out to Hillary Franks' office. I noticed 2 police officers loitering across the street as I walked in the front door.
Yes?
How do you do?
Are you another policeman?
No, I'm not. Have they been bothering you a lot?
If you aren't a policeman and you know all about this, what do you want?
I want to help Mr. Franks if I can. I'm Johnny Dollar, Universal Adjustment Bureau. You're his secretary?
Yes.
How long have you worked for him?
12 years.
Do you like him?
What? He's always been a fine man. I don't believe any of these things about him, and I don't see
What's
why...
your name? I think he said Maria?
Maria Vano.
Maria, I'm not going to ask you any questions about Mr. Franks. I know enough about him now for my purposes. The rest he can tell me himself. Maria, I may be able to help him stay out of jail. I can do that if I talk to him.
Well, how
My
do I...
name's Johnny Dollar. I'm at the Pioneer Hotel. Remember that.
But Mr.
I
Dollar...
don't know whether he's phoned you yet or not. A man like that's going to need help, money. I'm not asking you if he's contacted you. But listen to me carefully. If he does phone you or contact you in any way, ask him to phone me. If you ever respected him or if you want to help him now, please ask him to telephone me. Thanks. I drove back to the hotel and waited for results. Another 12 hours went by. Hillary Franks was still missing, and Mrs. Kennedy was still refusing to admit anything. Finally, about 11 o'clock that night, my phone rang. Johnny Dollar. Hello.
This is Hillary Franks.
Where are you?
Never mind. Dollar, they know all about me back at the home office, I suppose?
Yes.
I'd like to explain some things to you so you can pass them on. I'd like the people back there to know why I did it. Well, before I leave town...
You won't get far. The police are looking for you.
Oh, I can get away all right.
Mr. Franks, Worldwide doesn't want to prosecute. The notoriety would be bad for them. If you'd make a statement, sign it, I think I could talk them into dropping the whole matter.
Maybe we'd better get together.
Come on over.
Oh, no, I'm not that crazy. Do you know how to get to the San Javier mission?
I can find it.
In 15 minutes?
Right.
And Dollar?
Yeah?
It's right out in the open. If you bring the police, I'll use a gun. I bought one this morning.
All right, Mr. Franks.
There'll be another intriguing episode of the Lansing Fraud tomorrow.
Tomorrow, $50,000 worth of murder. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, is transcribed in Hollywood. Written by John Dawson, it is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Be sure and join us tomorrow night, same time and station, for the next exciting episode of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Roy Rowan speaking. from Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
Dollar, my name is Struhl. Struhl Bail Bond and Insurance Agency. State, federal, and immigration, all forms of surety bonds and insurance.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm sorry I don't need any.
No, that's not the point. I need you to the tune of saving me $50,000.
How does that work?
I made bond for two men that were subpoenaed for a federal investigation. They skipped out, and I've got to find them.
Who's mixed up in this investigation?
A fellow by the name of Jack Madigan is the big shot. You know him?
I've read about him. Enough to advise you to give up. If he doesn't want him found, the chances are they won't be. Alive, anyway.
No, it's not as bad as that. Look, I came all the way from New York. This is worth a lot to me. Can't I talk to you about it?
All right. Come up to my apartment. Maybe we can work out a deal.
Edmund O'Brien in a transcribed adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar, Hartford, Connecticut, to the Struhl Bail Bond and Insurance Agency in New York City. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Jack Madigan matter. Expense account item 1, $250, phone to New York for purposes of checking your reputation. I learned that you, Mr. Struhl, were by no means above reproach, but decided that if a federal court trusted your agency, I would at least hear you out when you arrived, which you did at 1 p.m.
Mr. Dollar?
Come on in, Mr. Struhl.
Thank you. Thanks for sparing me your time. I'm in a mess.
Sit down. You should have known better than to make bond for anybody that was going to testify against Jack Madigan.
Well, there was nothing I could do about it.
Well, who forced you into it?
Madigan. I've done business with some of his friends before, so he came to me this time and said, will I do it? Well, the way he said it, there was nothing else I could do.
Madigan stood the expense himself?
Sure. He wanted them where he could get his hands on them, and it looks like he did. Or they took a run out.
They didn't have to accept bond. They could have stayed in protective custody if they were afraid of him.
They had to if Madigan told them to. The point is they're gone. Unless I can prove they're dead or find them before they're due in court, I forfeit the $50,000, $25,000 apiece. I've got to do something.
Why'd you come to me?
I told you, I've got to do something.
It's a federal problem. You operate in New York, and New York has plenty of hungry private detectives, I hear, and a fair-sized herd of policemen.
I'll tell you why I came to you. The New York cops are busy enough, and besides, to them, these witnesses are just two names on a long list of missing persons. And as for private dicks, I could never be sure that one wouldn't want to make a deal with Madigan and make more money not finding them than I'd be paying to find them. You get the point?
What makes you think you can trust me?
Well, you were mentioned by a fella from one of the insurance companies I sell for. They tell me you're straight, except for padding your expense account here and there.
Oh, that's slander. Now, who told you that?
Don't make any difference. What's a little padding? I want to hire you.
Okay, Mr. Struhl, you've hired me.
Great.
Now, who are these missing witnesses?
Nippy Bruno is one. Real name's Joe. The other is Max Krause. I've got their addresses, next to kin, what they look like, and so on. Here, I got it all in this envelope here.
Okay. Oh, there's one other thing. I want a retainer. $2,500.
What's that for?
To pay for going to work for a man I don't quite trust.
But $2,500, that's pretty steep, eh?
You don't have to pay it. It's up to you.
Yes, but... Well, I can't get it till tomorrow.
That'll be fine. A cashier's check. When I get it, I'll see what I can do for you. I didn't expect the check to arrive, but it did. Special messenger the next afternoon. Expense account item 2, $12.50, transportation from Hartford to New York City. Expense account item 3, $23.85, dinner and drinks for a Herald American reporter who was more familiar with Jack Madigan than I. His statement enclosed.
A lot of things have been written and said about Madigan by a lot of people, including me. None of us really know anything about him, how much power he has, where he got it, what his private life is, if any. These witnesses being missing isn't even news. People who've gotten in his way have been dropping out of sight for years. Jim Schwartz and Big Tom Green.
Woody South, just to name a few. I'd keep that in mind if I were you.
Expense account item 4, 180, cab fare. That same address to an address on 79th. The apartment of Nippy Bruno's next of kin, a sister, stage name, Vivian Brown.
Good evening, sir.
Hello. Miss Vivian Brown in?
Who shall I say is calling?
My name is Dollar.
Mr. Dollar?
She doesn't know me. Tell her I have some news about her brother.
Come in, please. This way, please. Miss Brown is dressing to go out. I'll ask if she'll see you. Miss Brown?
Yes? What is it?
Mr. Dollar is here to see you.
Who?
He says he has news about your brother.
Tell him to wait. I'll get a robe on.
Shall I take your hat?
Thanks.
Please sit down. Miss Brown will be right out.
What was your name? I didn't get it.
Dollar, Johnny Dollar.
What makes you think I'd be interested in any news about Brother Nippy?
Well, the mention of him got me in here.
My butler doesn't slam the door on anybody until I tell him to. What brought you here?
I'm looking for your brother.
Then you've definitely come to the wrong place. Why should you be looking for him?
I'm being paid to. The man who put up $25,000 bond for him wants to know where he is.
I don't get it. What bond?
You don't wear innocence very well, Angel, but I'll go along with the gag.
It's no gag, and I can do without your insults.
Your brother's due in court in 2 weeks to help the federal men investigate Jack Madigan. He seems to have dropped out of sight. Do you know where he is?
No. I haven't seen much of him in the past few years. He doesn't approve of me, and I don't approve of him. Does that answer your question?
It brings another one to mind. He seemed to think enough of you to use your name on his bond request papers. How about that?
All right, Peeper. I was only trying to do it easy for you. Red.
I heard it. You walked into something, Peeper.
I usually do. But I'm glad to see you in character. That automatic makes more sense than that phony butler act did.
Stand up. Better see if he's carrying anything, Vivian.
Okay. Be a good boy now.
Until you try to pawn my wallet, I will.
It's all right. He's safe.
You can sit down, Dollar.
Well, what now?
He should be here in 20 minutes. I'll go back to my room.
Sure, go ahead.
What's the rough stuff, Red?
It hasn't been rough. But you don't know how close you came to getting your head blown off buzzing this door. It's liable to happen to the next one that does. Light yourself a smoke. We got about 20 minutes to wait.
So we waited 20 minutes. Vivian came back into the room in a low-cut number that was a good choice for her sullen brunette attractiveness. It made her look softer, but the few remarks she passed weren't only icy. They could have come from a longshoreman. I was waiting for a brother to come in. That would have made sense. What did come in made none at all. It was Jack Madigan.
Hi, Jack. Come on in and see what found me.
Well, what do you know about this?
How are you, Jack?
Fine, thanks. What are you doing with that pistol?
We wanted to play it safe.
Yeah, he's a detective of some kind. He was hired by that Stroll to find Nippy.
Well, that's interesting, isn't it? What do you have to say for yourself, my boy?
Matter of fact, I'm speechless, Madigan.
Oh? How's that?
I thought I'd have to find you. I didn't expect you to find me. Yet, at least, and here.
What's so strange about that?
You and the sister of the missing witness? Maybe not so strange at that.
Shut up! Keep your remarks to yourself, you two-bit heel.
Yeah, Vivian. Cool off. Go mix me a highball. And you, put that gun away and go help her with the ice.
If you say so, Jack.
Of course I say so. Now, go on.
I'm sorry, Jack. He's been needling me for half an hour.
I ought to take her across my knee, waving that gun in your face. What for? Anybody knows you can't fire a gun in these apartment houses without causing a ruckus. What's your name?
Dollar.
And Manny Stroll hired you to find Nippy.
And the other man, Krause.
Well, I'll tell you what to do. You go back to Stroll and tell him the boys are all right.
Oh, let's not be childish, shall we? In what river are they all right?
Now, see here, there's no need to take such a pessimistic view. I realize the press has given me a reputation for violence, but I don't deserve it. There's no reason for me to want to harm those boys. I'm not afraid of their testimony. I'm counting on it.
Sure.
And straight testimony, no perjury this time. Why, I've already talked to those federal men. I'm cleaning the slate this time, telling everything, and let the chips fall where they may.
What kind of stuff is this?
The truth. I'm tired. I've been at sword's point with the police and my government long enough. I've been offered certain little leniencies, and I'm going to accept. It's been later than I thought for a long time. I'm through.
You know, this is almost funny.
I'm dead serious. You go back and tell that police coroner tout that the boys are all right.
Where are they?
I can't tell you that. I've got them under cover for their own good. Now, Dollar, don't go off half-cocked. A lot of heads are going to fall after the three of us have finished this federal catechism. If you think you're the only one looking for them, you must be a stranger in town. You're trailing the pack.
Well, if this is all I get from you, I've heard enough.
You'll drop it?
If I don't find them before you're due in court, I will.
What do you want, son? Money?
I got some, thanks.
I don't like to hear that. I suppose it takes a lot of guts to be a hero, but it sure doesn't take much brains. Remember that.
I can leave?
Of course you can leave. Because I think you're going to talk this over with yourself and come up with an important decision.
I did talk it over with myself, but not until I found a cab stand on the corner and turned around. A quarter of a block behind me, I could make out the figure of Red, the so-called butler. Expense account item 5, $20 fare and tip to a driver who saw to it that our cab wasn't followed. When I felt reasonably safe, I gave him the address of the second missing man, Max Krause. I didn't know what I expected to find there, other than an empty flat with possibly a lead of some kind. There was a trace of light showing under the door.
Come on in, Dollar.
Red. I didn't expect a butler in a place like this.
Come on in. Why didn't you use your head? Jack gave you a chance to.
Maybe I should have. What are you doing here?
I live here.
You trying to tell me that you're Max Krause?
I'm Max Krause. And now I've got to do something about you.
Can you prove that you're Max Krause?
Why should I have to prove it? Go ahead. Think what you want to. You got brains. Reach up behind you and snap off the light. Don't make a play for the gun, Dollar.
What are your plans?
American wants you put away until after the investigation. Come on. This way. Back door's closer.
You can tell Madigan for me that this isn't going to work. If I drop out of sight for 2 weeks, somebody's going to get on the trail. It leads right back to Madigan.
This way. I got a car in a garage down the street.
That's him. Get down.
Max, let me see.
Sure. Now you believe him. Let me get your coat. Get away. I hate your God.
We'll return to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in just a moment. Once a year, the community chest comes knocking at your door, seeking your help. Giving to this worthy cause eliminates many separate appeals, which would be more costly in money, time, and effort. So when you give, make sure you give enough to cover the many campaigns the community chest includes. Give generously. Give today. Now, with our star, Edmund O'Brien, we return you to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
When the windows in the buildings around me started slamming open, I left the scene of the killing and carried with me a whole new set of thoughts on the Jack Madigan matter. None of them were good, but the worst was the fact that the description I'd gotten of Max Krause would in no way fit the dead man I now thought was Max Krause. Expense account item 6, cab fare to your address, Mr. Struhl.
But it's 11 at night, Mr. Dollar.
Never mind what time it is. Find a chair and sit in it before you land on the floor.
What's got into you?
Sit down. Who paid you to hire me?
What did you say?
Who did?
Paid me to hire you? What kind of a question is that?
Answer it.
Well, nobody did. It was my investment. Who would protect it but me? What's the matter with you?
Come here, look at this. Read it right there. I want to hear you.
Max Krause, age 34, 5'11", 170 pounds, swarthy complexion, black hair, black eyes.
Well, all right, why did you give me a phony description?
Phony?
The Max Krause I found had red hair and blue eyes.
I don't get it, none of this. What are you talking about?
Krause is dead. He was killed because I didn't know who he was and drew him out into the open.
When did this happen?
It happened. I was picked up the minute I hit town and followed. Who else but you knew what train I was arriving on and the hotel where I was stopping?
Now, wait a minute. I don't think you've got right to jump at these conclusions. I hired you in good faith. Well, if you don't like the job, then quit.
Not for a while. I stand a good chance of being picked up for questioning on that killing. I don't like that. I want an out. I want to know how it happened. From here, it looks like you sold out to somebody and hired me to put the finger on Krause. I don't like that either.
Let me tell you something. If I was crazy enough to do a thing like that, I'd do it so nobody could prove I
What
did.
about the phony description?
It may have been a mistake. I don't know how it happened.
I think we'd better find out. And let me know when you come up with a story.
Hello?
This is Johnny Dollar.
Oh, where are you?
Not far from your place. Is Madigan there?
No.
Where is he?
I don't know. He got a phone call and left right afterwards.
Was the call about Krause?
He wouldn't tell me. What about Max?
He was killed.
Oh, I knew it was something awful. I could tell by his face. I've been scared to death ever since he left, and I didn't know why.
I'll call back later and see if he's in.
Mr. Dollar, I have no right to ask this, but there's something I want to tell you. Could you come up?
Can't you tell me over the phone?
No, Won't you come up?
You alone?
Yes, I'm alone.
Okay. I'll take a chance. It'll be about 10 minutes. It was a 5-minute walk, and I noticed that New York streets seemed to be quieter than usual. Inside the building, I walked the 2 flights up to save the noise my arrival would have created by way of the elevator. I listened a few minutes outside a door without hearing anything and took the plunge.
I had the feeling you'd change your mind and not come.
I almost did.
There's nobody here.
When did Madigan say he'd be back?
He didn't. He didn't say anything.
I have a funny feeling about Krause's death. But except for my getting mixed up in this mess, it was more Madigan's fault than your fault than it was mine. Why didn't he tell me it was Krause who was here? If he told me that, I probably would have believed the rest of his pitch.
Oh, I don't know. Nobody really knows anything about Jack.
Not even you?
Nobody.
You put 3 men on their way to federal court to sing and a few hundred wanting to stop him. The lid is going to blow. What'd you want to tell me?
I want to tell you where my brother is.
Huh? After what happened to Krause, do you think that's wise?
I have to say it. I'm in it, too. I think Jack knew these things were going to happen, even about you showing up.
Knowing about it or planning it?
I know it sounds impossible, but I keep remembering things he said about how he'd have the government men eaten out of his hand. He was bargaining for leniency.
He told me, but why are you ratting on him?
Because Jack doesn't care about anybody but himself. One of the threats to keep him from testifying was that I'd be kidnapped. Huh. If he'd known that Max would be killed, he'd have let him take me, too.
You think he did know?
He hadn't let Max out of his apartment for almost a month. Tonight he ordered him to go. I think he wants us killed, so it'll make it look that much more dangerous for him. Does it sound too crazy?
Well, not exactly, but it's hard to prove.
I know that. And I did a foolish thing after he left. I called my brother Nippy and told him all this. I don't know what he thought, but I tried to call him again, and I don't get any answer.
Where is he?
He's been staying with Jack. It's over on Lexington, Brighton Arms, apartment 302.
That's cozy. How afraid of kidnapping are you?
Oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know how I can stand staying here and waiting. Where can I go?
Get a coat. I'll put you in my hotel room. Expense account item 6, $10. Tip to the hotel detective to see that she stayed in the room. Item 7, $120 cab fare to Jack Madigan's address. I dropped my taxi a half block down and walked the rest of the way. What slowed me was the sight of a couple of prowl cars parked in front of the building. And even at that time of night, a small group of the morbid in a scattered circle on the sidewalk. I saw the body, but didn't move close enough to recognize it. Hey, what happened?
Huh? Oh, a shooting.
Anybody know who it is?
The whole country will in the morning. He was due for a big federal probe. That's Jack Madigan. Where were you, Fred? Taking in another of them westerns, I suppose. There was more shooting right here than the whole picture.
Hey, pardon me.
Yeah?
When did it happen, do you know?
Not exactly. They've been here quite a while. Oh, about an hour, anyway. Can't find a medical examiner, and they can't do a thing about moving them till they do. Hey, Fred, wait till the editorials tomorrow night. Huh? This cop better do mighty.
You got back in a hurry. What's the matter?
Your theory has just been riddled. Madigan's been killed.
I don't believe...
That's what the on-the-spot experts say.
I was wrong about him. What about Nippy?
I don't think your brother would have been there.
Were they the same ones that shot Max?
No.
How do you know?
Cars were parked solid at the curb, and Madigan was too close to them. He couldn't have been shot from the street like Max was. Do you think Nippy would go to your place?
No, he wouldn't go there. That'd be the first place they'd look.
The first place who'd look?
I don't know why I said that. Yes, I do. You're thinking the same thing, aren't you? That I told him what I was afraid of and warned him.
That crossed my mind. But I don't care who I can send in for Madigan's killing as long as I can go home. You seem to be the closest suspect.
You're not serious.
You've given yourself a motive. As far as I know, you were with him last.
I wasn't. He left the apartment.
If that's true, you've got nothing to worry about.
What do you mean? What do you want me to do?
Go with me and we'll both make a statement to the police.
You think I'm afraid to, don't you?
I don't know what to think about you.
Yes, you do. Because you found me in a mess like this, you think I'm as rotten as everybody else. I haven't been. But now I will be to protect myself.
Well, how badly do you need protection?
I know how the police are. They're just like you. They don't care either who they pull in for Jack's death. You tell me to go with you and make a statement. The police would love that. They'd love to count the whole thing off to jealousy or being afraid of Jack, wouldn't they? Wouldn't they?
Ah, you don't touch me. I don't care what they'd like.
Well, they would. It'd be much better to take me than to be laughed at because a star witness was killed right under their noses.
We can call them and find out.
No. It's easier to be rotten. I'll give you my brother. He is at my place.
How do you know?
I talked to him on the phone. He said he'd wait there until he heard from me again.
Okay. I'll go over there. But I want you to come with me.
Why? Haven't I done enough? Why do I have to see him?
Come on. I don't want to lose you in case Nippy isn't there. I'll do it. Give me the key. Answer him.
Yes, Nippy.
It's gonna work, Vivian. It's gonna be a... Who's he? An insurance dick?
That's right, Nippy.
What are you doing here? Why'd you bring him, Viv?
He made me do it.
I asked her to make a choice between giving herself up for Madigan's killing or giving me you.
Nippy,
Put the gun away, Nippy. You've done enough.
Is what he says true?
he made me do it. He would have taken me to the police. You know what they would have done to me. But it's all right, Nippy. You can still work it out.
Get away from me.
She's wrong. You couldn't work it out, but you may do yourself some good by giving yourself up.
Why did you do this, Vivian? Did you want to get rid of me, too?
Oh, don't say that. You don't have
What
to
are
let
you going
him...
to do if you get rid of me? Who's going to take care of you? Who's going to find more Jack Madigans for you to play with?
Nippy, don't.
Who's going to do the job for you when you get fed up and afraid to tear yourself loose?
You don't have to let him take you, Nippy. I know you could take care of it when he got here.
Is she worth it, Nippy? There wouldn't be a chance to count me off to a gang killing.
You don't have to be afraid of him.
I'm not.
Then take him and get away.
Not him. I'm afraid of you, Vivian. You're going with me.
Stay away from her.
Nippy, let go.
And stop fighting. I wouldn't hurt you.
You will. Go, Nippy. Let me go.
Now, watch it, Dollar. Don't try it. Let go. Let go. No. Vivian, get it.
I should have let him take you. Give me the police. Where can I find... Oh, there you are, Stroll.
Ah, good morning, Mr. Dollar. I read about it in the paper. They're holding the girl?
Yeah, as accessory. And I wouldn't advise your going her bail.
No, I certainly won't. I've had trouble enough with this group.
You know, you didn't make it easy for me with that phony description.
Yeah, I know. That description. It was given to me by Madigan's boys. I should have checked it. But don't worry, a mistake like that won't happen again.
None of your mistakes will happen to me again.
Huh?
You'll understand what I mean, Stroll, when you get my bill. Expense account item 8, same as item 2. Item 9, miscellaneous, $2,500. Expense account total, $2,720. Remarks? I'm holding my retaining fee until this matter is settled. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role and is written by Gil Dowd with music by Wilbur Hatch. Edmund O'Brien may soon be seen in the Paramount Pictures production Warpath. Featured in tonight's cast were Sidney Miller, John Daner, Clayton Post, Jeanette Nolan, and John McIntyre. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is transcribed in Hollywood by Jaime Del Valle. This is Dan Coverly inviting you to join us next week at this time when we will again bring you Edmund O'Brien as...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
How's for trying to sing it again tonight? $5,000 in cold hard cash and $10,000 in fine prizes are waiting for the CBS listener who can solve the Phantom Voice mystery. Dan Seymour will be on hand with those coast-to-coast phone calls, and Alan Dale, Eugenie Baird, Bob Howard, and the Riddlers will be making the music. And remember, there's many a fine prize for solving the tuneful little riddle songs that lead to the Phantom Voice mystery. It's an hour of fun and music to entertain you and perhaps pay off. Every Saturday night on most of these same CBS stations, hear Sing It Again. And now stay tuned for Vaughn Monroe's Caravan, which follows immediately on most of these same CBS stations. This is CBS, where Hopalong Cassidy rides every Saturday night, the Columbia Broadcasting System.